Drop your phone in the loo again.
No, because it takes 4 hours to fix because you've got to wait for it to dry.
Oh, Shannon, but at least
Being
you
without a
fixed
phone for 4 hours,
Aren't you
no
clever?
good.
Aren't you clever? Thanks, Shannon. We'll speak to you again. Oh, wait a minute. There's another stain.
Yep.
How do I remove the white stain from red tiles from watering pot plants?
Right, it isn't actually a stain. It's damage to the surface. You just need to rub it with a little bit of sweet almond oil and it'll just disappear.
And not the massage almond oil.
No,
No.
sweet almond oil that you use in cooking.
That's right. I made that mistake. So you should be able to get it at the supermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the massage oil.
No.
No. Thank you. Thanks,
You're not
Shannon.
massaging your tiles.
No, thank you, Shannon. All the best. Shannon Love.
Thanks, Peter.
Wonderful communicator here on ABC Radio Adelaide. It's 8:24.
In an historic year,
The grand final we played at the Gabba.
comes an unprecedented grand final.
Grandstand AFL.
Right boot from the tough angle!
Oh, hello! It's high, it's straight, and it's 3 in a row. He beats his direct opponent, hands down, and strolls into the open goal.
Grandstand AFL.
AFL.
Join Grandstand AFL for the 2020 AFL Grand Final.
Here on ABC Radio Adelaide.
You're with Peter Goers on ABC Radio Adelaide, South Australia and Broken Hill.
Here's Radiohead and fake plastic trees.
The green plastic watering can for a fake Chinese rubber plant and a fake plastic girl. That she bought from a rubber man in a town full of rubber plants to get rid of itself. it wears me out. It wears me out. It wears me out. And if I could be who you wanted, if I could be who you wanted all the time, all the time.
Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead. I hadn't heard that before and I enjoyed it. It's time for the weather.
What's tomorrow's weather? What's the low? What's the high? Will it be wet or dry?
Vince Rowland, senior forecaster at the Bureau. G'day, Vince.
Hello, Peter.
Now, how was your weekend? Were you working or had it off?
I was working over the weekend, so yeah, reasonably busy.
Serves you right. Now, well, it's a bit all over the place, the weather, isn't it?
Oh, it's spring, Peter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, things change so quickly, but yeah, pretty cool across the state today. Pretty much everywhere was cooler than average, and did have a pretty chilly start to the day in a few locations as well, so it got down to 6 in Adelaide, but the coldest place was in the southeast around Keith, where it was just below 1 degree. So yeah, pretty chilly, but things are warming up as we progress through the week. So at the moment we've got a high pressure system just sitting down just sort of south of Mount Gambier, and it's just helping to drive some northeasterly winds up in the north of the state. We will see those push down a little bit further south tomorrow. So generally looking at conditions right across the state warming up during the week, and expecting to see some pretty hot temperatures in the north. On Thursday we could see some temperatures cracking the 40-degree mark again, so yeah, some very hot conditions up there. But at the moment we've got some thunderstorm activity up in the far northwest of the state. We've currently got a severe thunderstorm warning out for that, and we are expecting those thunderstorms to push a little bit further east tomorrow, so probably reaching somewhere near Ceduna to Cooper Pedy, but then easing during the evening, and then on Wednesday we've basically got fine conditions across the state, and that's ahead of basically a trough that develops over the western part of the state, and then we get a low pressure system developing in that trough, and that tracks across the state late Thursday into Friday. So we start to see some showers developing over southern and western parts on Thursday. That extends across most parts of the state during Friday. So Friday at this stage looks like probably the wettest of the days during the next 7 days, but still a little bit of activity continuing around the agricultural area and south of the pastorals on Saturday, before showers really starting to ease on Sunday and contracting south, so really just confined to the southeast districts on Monday. So yeah, some pretty hot temperatures heading our way, and some shower activity moving across the state, basically starting on Thursday and then continuing on Friday. And as I said, a bit of thunderstorm activity in the west over the next 24 hours or so. But here in Adelaide, yeah, we're going to warm up quite nicely tomorrow. Not quite as cold tonight, so minimum around 10 degrees, but should see temperatures getting up to around 25 degrees in the city tomorrow. A little bit warmer in the northern suburbs with Elizabeth 26, but a bit cooler up in the hills with 23 for Mount Barker. Warm up a touch further on Wednesday to 26 again for Thursday. Could see just a little bit of afternoon, evening shower activity around. Not really much in it, just a bit of mid-level cloud moving across, so up to about 1 millimetre. But then on Friday, we see temperatures drop a touch, down to 23. More chance of seeing shower activity on Friday as that low moves across to our north, so up to about 4 millimetres across the city. And then we head into some cooler conditions with 20 degrees and a possible shower on Saturday, 18 on Sunday, and then 20 on Monday. So, yeah, a couple of really nice days on the way, and then a little bit more rainfall as we head into the latter part of October.
Indeed. And Vince, what have you got for your snack?
I've just got a salad again tonight, Peter. Just, going a bit healthy.
Yeah.
Just, yes.
What, a green salad? Or?
Yeah, just a garden salad.
Oh,
just,
lovely.
I don't mind.
Dressing?
Yeah, just it's actually an interesting dressing. It's a fig-based dressing, so it should be quite nice. Yeah.
And a boiled egg with it?
No boiled egg. I've got a little bit of falafel in it. So,
Falafel.
Yeah.
Do you eat eggs?
I do eat eggs, yes.
I love eggs.
I don't mind the odd egg. It's good.
So do I. Well, enjoy your salad, Vince. Good on you. And thank you for your report from the Bureau.
Okay, thanks, Peter.
Which serves us so well. Indeed. Coming up, we'll hear about the Sit Down, Shut Up and Watch Film Festival and New Media Festival. This is part of the film festival, and it's also a boutique festival of people with disabilities who make films all over the world. Here on ABC Radio Adelaide, it's 8:34.
Breakfast with Ali Clark.
I went out with girls like the MCG, needy and jealous. That's what it feels like. I went away for a lads' weekend one time, and my girlfriend said, "I've got you this T-shirt with my face on it, so you can wear it."
Weekdays from 6.
There's a bit of ground from Melbourne. That's not to boost me up a little bit. $100,000. There's so much more they could be doing.
Yeah, I know.
Ali Clark
on ABC Radio Adelaide. You're with Peter Goers.
Peter Goers.
On ABC Radio Adelaide, South Australia and Broken Hill.
We'll have a talk back tonight about 9:30. Whatever's on your mind, you can air it. Have your 10 cents worth. Poor old West End Brewery, it's nasty. And the Lacorn news site, nothing's happening there, but R.M. Williams back in Australian ownership. Thanks to Twiggy Forrest, whether there'll be more workers here, because they have something like 400 workers at the Salisbury factory. And I visited last year several times the Percy Street museum and shop, because I think the shop in Gawler Place closed, I think. Might be wrong. And yes, it's an amazing product, isn't it? A durable, extraordinary Australian product and a gift to the world. The R.M. Williams elastic-sided boots. We'll see what happens with them, but it's good they're back in Australia. Did you see Hugh Jackman owned 5%? Gee, he's made a lot of money, hasn't he, overnight? Yes, because it sold for $219 million. So 10% of that is 2.19 million. So 5% of half of that would be just over $1 million. Wow. Okay, well, good on him. Here is Joan Osborne and Take It Any Way I Can Get It. I know the feeling.
Striving, oxygen depriving, but I keep surviving. I got to be dancing. Give me one more
One should never do maths on air. Now, I've boobed this. Of course, 10% of 200 million is 20 million. This, we're talking about Hugh Jackman's share in R.M. Williams, which was 5%. And it was sold today to Twiggy Forrest for 219 million. So he would have, got about 11 million. And he apparently he forgave his shares. He didn't take the money. So that's interesting. Good on him. Maths, we've had so many texts about my maths. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4 texts about my maths is wrong. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm hopeless with maths. There's 1, 2, 3, and many. Let's meet Lee Witzak. Am I saying that correctly, Lee?
Well,
Witzak.
Witzak.
Is it Polish?
Yes.
You look Polish.
I'm not Polish. My husband's Polish.
Right. Well, it's rubbed off.
It must have osmosis.
Osmosis. Now, I heard you do a presentation at the wonderful Tutti Arts with which you are associated at the Stand and Deliver. It was a showcase.
That's right, yeah.
And you were marvellous.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed. And you did a gag that we won't tell on air, unfortunately, Lee. Witzak.
It's a little bit too blue.
Which I repeated yesterday at the Capri, and it went very well, and I blessed you. Yes.
That's great. I can use all the blessings I can get, Peter.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Now, you've founded this Sit Down, Shut Up and Watch. This is an initiative for filmmakers with disabilities.
That's right.
You say that I'm a bit confused, because I was always taught that, to say people with disabilities. But now I think it's gone back the other way, hasn't it? To disabled people, disabled artists.
Look, from my perspective, as a disabled person myself, it seems to change every day.
Yes, it's like the word queer, and it's like the price of petrol. It changes every day. Yeah. What's your disability? You had a stroke, Lee, didn't you?
I've had 2 strokes, and so I'm hemiplegic, meaning half of my body's paralysed on the left.
How long ago did it happen?
The first one was in 1999.
And you were young.
I was 36, so don't do the math on that.
No, I won't do the math on that.
And then the second one was 12 years later. The year I started at Tutti, actually, 2011.
And how did it change your life?
It changed just about every aspect of my life. It changed because it basically causes a brain injury. So it changed the way I thought, my sense of myself, the reliance that I had on myself to be able to think things through.
Yes.
Was really curtailed, was really hard.
And did you have to stop work?
Yes, I did.
And what work were you doing?
I used to work at the Festival Centre in the wardrobe department as a dresser.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Yes, because that's quick work.
Yeah,
yes.
and two-handed work.
And two-handed work. Gee, that is an art, dressing. What shows did you dress?
Oh, pretty much every big one that's come through in the time I was there.
All the big musicals?
I started on The King and I, and my last show was Phantom of the Opera.
And did you do Boy from Oz?
No, but I went and saw Boy from Oz. That was there after I'd had my stroke. It was,
That's because a dresser, when a performer has a quick change, you have a dresser or dresseurs.
Yeah.
And basically the performer does nothing, but stands there and is dressed. And it's very regimented, isn't it?
You have to be very quick, and you have to be able to communicate properly with people so that they're at ease, and you develop a...
It's fairly intimate too, isn't it?
It is, yes. Lots of nakedness.
And the performer has to trust you.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
And then the performer can be underdressed partly, with the costume under
Yes,
the costume
yes,
they're wearing.
sometimes that's the case.
So it's quicker.
Layered.
Yes. So I know because Humphreys did that amazing routine, the show before last, when he left the stage as Edna, and about 2 minutes later was standing in a dinner suit as himself. So that's pretty. So
2 minutes is a long time to change.
It is,
somebody.
but when you're going from a complete, that was a complete show. It's makeup, wigs off.
Truly,
it's a lot. Yeah, so it would have been several dresses, I think.
The quickest one I ever did was when I was dressing the principal in an opera, Carmen, and I had to do a head to toe in about 35 seconds.
Wow.
But and you can do it.
What if it goes wrong?
You start praying, I guess, and saying, "Oh shit."
Yeah. Oh dear. My guest is the wonderful Lee Vitchuk. Now, where did you get the idea for this film festival?
Well, I can't take all the credit for the festival, Peter. It was largely, again, our mutual friend Pat Ricks.
Of course, Saint Pat Ricks, yes.
Saint Pat, yeah.
Oh, the founder
gorgeous.
of Tutti Arts, yes.
And what a woman she is.
And she brought you in?
She brought some people over from a film festival in Brighton, UK, called the Oscar Bright Festival.
Yes.
She brought them to Adelaide to run workshops, and I ended up in one of those workshops. And Pat being Pat, I think she earmarked me because she always thinks about 3 years ahead. She's amazing.
Well, you have to, I think.
Yeah. So
and then you were running it.
Well, I was the chairperson of the committee. Myself and everybody else on the committee all have learning disabilities. We discuss how we like the festival to be, and that's the final decision in that sense.
And you've encouraged Australian and South Australian filmmakers with a disability.
Yes, yes. In fact, we do regional filmmaking workshops, and we're off to Sejuna next week to do exactly that.
Wonderful. And when did the festival start? Sit Down, Shut Up and Watch, and why is it called that?
It was one of the people on the committee that suggested it, and I think it's kind of a backlash to how people with disability are quite often structured to the nth degree and told they can't do things.
Yes.
And sort of, out of sight, out of mind sort of thing. So the Sit Down, Shut Up and Watch is really look at what I can do.
Of course,
look at what I can be a filmmaker. I can have my own ideas and transform them into entertainment.
I remember that you had it at Angaston, the Angaston Town Hall one year.
Yes.
And but it's gone from strength to strength, and now it's part of the Adelaide Film Festival.
Yes,
and
that's right.
It's virtual this year because of COVID.
Yeah, we're all online this year, and we started actually last Wednesday, and it ran Wednesday, Thursday, Friday last week from 10:30, and it'll do that again this coming week on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 10:30 in the morning.
And it goes all day?
No, it only goes for about a half an hour each.
Oh, I see. And
each day.
And how does one watch it?
Well, there's a few different ways you can find us. You can find us through the Tutti Arts site under Film and New Media. You can go via Facebook or YouTube for us as well. Oh,
good. So you look for Sit Down, Shut Up and Watch.
Yeah.
And you'll have the short films. They're all there.
Yeah.
Good. Can you go back and watch things?
Yes, you can.
Good.
You can go back from what we showed last week. I hosted the Wednesday. Each day is a different committee member hosting it.
There's a movement because the whole disability arts sector, which is booming, Lee, as you know, and thanks in no small measure to Pat Ricks,
I'd agree with
who
that.
has been a pioneer of this, and tutti is a world leader in this. But there's a movement that disability arts organisations should be led by people with disabilities. And what do you think of that?
Well, I think it makes sense, if you're going to provide some form of service to a particular group of people, surely the best way that you can understand what that service needs to be is by having lived experience yourself.
I was so impressed because there were a number of filmmakers at this tutti Stand and Deliver. This was an industry event presenting talent to industry and saying, look what we can do, how can you use us? And there were so many good filmmakers there.
Yes, there's quite a lot of people with... It's the thing about if people have access to the path to do that sort of creative work, there's quite a lot of people that will take to it. And
I was particularly impressed with that boy whose name I keep forgetting.
Lorcan Hopper.
Yes, I think he's extraordinary talent, isn't he?
Yes, he is, and he's a wonderful dancer
as
well.
Oh.
Yes, a beautiful dancer. He was with Restless Dance for many years.
You must get on with the young, Lee, because a lot of these kids are young, aren't they?
Yeah, well, it's not that long ago since...
You were young.
Since I was young, thank you.
Exactly.
I don't have to try and remember very much, but yet most of the committee are younger than me, and Lorcan's on the committee.
Good.
Yeah.
And you see this growing. It's there's a lot of energy here, isn't there?
I think it will just go from strength to strength.
Well, it's a tribute to you, and you must be very pleased with what you've achieved.
Well, I'm not comfortable taking all the credit for it, though. I mean, it's an awful lot of other people.
You're a driver, and you're a lovely person, Lee. You're a very warm person. Very warm.
Thank you.
And I admire you, and I've dipped my lid to you, Lee, and to sit down, shut up, and watch this festival within the Adelaide Film Festival, and you can access it easily on YouTube, Facebook, or the Tutti Arts website.
May I just say something? If for whatever reason people don't want to access online, we are having a public event with the SA Film Corp this coming Sunday. Is it the IMAX in Rundle Street?
Yes.
And that's a best of fest showing. So
that's at the Palace, yes.
The Palace.
Nova, yes. Used to be the IMAX, yes. Oh, good.
So
well, good luck to you
and
to what you do, and all power to you, lovely Lee Vitchak. Good on
Thanks,
you, Lee.
Peter.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for
coming
having us back again this time.
Pleasure. And here is Funky Town by Lips Inc.